Well, you're going back to Seattle. Do you sense you're going back as a villain? How do you see yourself going back there? Do you anticipate you're going to be booed? What do you
I think first of all, my experience in Seattle was one of a kind. 10 years, I couldn't imagine those years not being in my life and how special they were and how many games we won and how many amazing thrillers and just Super Bowl we won and everything else. So I'm going to think about all those memories and everything else and the joy of that and the gratitude of that. And then also we got a football game to play, so I'm excited to just get out there and play again. I love this game. I'm passionate about it, and got a lot of great teammates. There's a lot of guys that I'm super close with on the other side, so it'll be a great battle.
Do you care how you're received?
I think that at the end of the day, hopefully, after 10 years of trying to make a difference there and, win a lot of football games and all of us doing it together, I think that was really special. And I think also, too, Seattle will always, mean the world to me. It'll always forever be a home for me. It'll always be a special place in my heart, obviously. And so, and like I said, I have some amazing teammates there. The thing I think about, everybody talks about the games and all that stuff and, everything. But the thing that really mattered to me most was just, bringing my daughter back home to, Seattle, bringing little future, bringing Win when he was first born, and just those moments, those memories, the Seattle children's kids that you meet, our kids at our school, Why Not You Academy. That's what life's about. And people are going to love you. They're going to hate you sometimes, whatever it may be. But, I know that for me, I'll forever have love in my heart for Seattle.
At the same time, there's been some stuff that's come out this week from the Seattle area. Do you pay attention to it? Does it bother you or impact you at all? And do you have anything to say about any of it?
No, I don't worry about all that stuff. I mean, people, have opinions and thoughts and ideas, and everybody has their own right to think what they want to think. I know how the whole thing went and how it transpired and just the whole situation. But also at the same time too, I know that every second of it I've enjoyed. In terms of being there and just trying to give my all every day. That's all I know. And and at the end of the day, every play, every game, every situation, hurt, dinged up, highest moments, lowest moments, sometimes gave my all. And then that's all I can give.
Russ,
I'm
you
sure you're
said
familiar with the article that came out with ESPN. Don't know if you read it. It suggested that they tried to trade you in 2018, only 7 years in the league. It suggested that you and your camp were very upset about that. How true is that?
I definitely think they tried to, a couple times and tried to see what was out there. It's part of the business and it's part of being a professional and everything else. And upset is probably the wrong word. I don't think that I believe in my talent, who I am. I believe I'm one of the best in the world. I don't worry about anything else other than that. I think that I think at the same time too, I think my focus has always been on winning and what we can do and how we can add great players and everything else. And so, I've got to play with some amazing guys, some of the world's best, and Dwayne Brown. Guys like Chris Carson, unfortunately can't play anymore, but just a guy like that, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Bobby Wagner, Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs, so my focus is always on winning. That's really all that mattered.
So if upset isn't the right word, what is the right word?
I didn't really pay attention to it, to be honest with you. It's part of professional sports,
Russ, you said you want to treat it like another game when the schedule came out. I guess how do you go about doing that, or is that maybe even unfair to you, at least until the game starts?
Ask your question again one more time.
Treating it like another game. You said that back when the schedule, you're like, oh, it's just going to be another game, but it seemed almost kind of inhuman to at least pregame.
Well, I mean, I think there's obviously tremendous love and history there, and like I said, I've been there so many times, and I don't know, played 100+ home games there, I think, something like that. Been there quite a bit, and some, like I said, some amazing memories and amazing friends and people that I got to meet, and so it'll definitely be an experience I've never experienced before, but it'll also be an experience that I'm going to enjoy the journey of it all. My focus is going to be on joy. My focus is going to be on my teammates and us playing our best football that we can possibly play against a really good football team, and that's what we're going to have to do. And so, to play a great game, you can't be, you can have passion, you can, have some emotions and all that, but you can't be emotional, and I think that's just part of it.
Russell, as a person that has experienced this is, Peyton Manning went back to the place that he had played for more than a decade. You guys have talked a little bit since you got here. Have you had any conversations with him about what that was like or anything like that?
some conversation just about the whole transition, more so coming to a new place, not as much about, going back to playing the Colts or anything like that, not necessarily. I think that the thing is that at the end of the day, you still got to get prepared the same way you always get prepared. And I think that when you get outside of that realm and start thinking about everything else, or start, detailing this or detailing that, or trying to worry about this and worry about that, you're wasting time. I don't think winners don't waste time on things that have nothing to do with the game at the end of the day. And I just don't think that you can do that. You can't have the capacity. So for me, my focus is on what does it take to win today's practice? What does it take to win? Making sure our meetings every day are great, and making sure the language is right, the championship thought process, everything. That's what it has to be. There's no other way about it. There'll be a time and place you think about back and reflect on it all. And like I said, Seattle forever mean the world to me, man. I loved it there. Like I said, I played 10 years there. It was an amazing experience, and I loved every second of it.
Are you still the best in the world at what you do, and how do you define that?
I think every year you have to prove that. I think every year you have to go out and show it every day, and it's not about, I think for me, I've always thought about every day just getting better every day. I think the other part of it too is that, you want your career to be a reflection of being one of the best in the world. And so I think my first 10 years have been a positive reflection, but there's more to do. There's a lot more to do, a lot more I want to do, and a lot more we have to do as a team. And so that's what I'm excited about.
Is there a part of
Do you have to play with a chip on your shoulder to embody what you just said?
Not at all. I don't really play with a chip on my shoulder. I play the game with understanding that, one, I always want to play with gratitude and joy. Number two is that, for me, I set the standard for myself. Nobody else sets it for me. So you want to, every time you step on the field, in the practice field or whatever it may be, that is the standard. You want to be the standard and nothing else.
Jeff Ledman, last question, please. Jeff Ledman, Rustin, what role does Tim Grover have in you preparing for all of it? Going back to Seattle, playing a new team, all of it.
Yeah, Tim's been phenomenal for me, Tim Grover. I think that his thought process, obviously he's worked with the world's best and Michael Jordan and Kobe. And I think that a lot of it is just how we think and how we process. And I think a lot of it, we talk every day. I mean, just the relationship that we have, the bond that we have, his understanding of pushing me every day and vice versa, and just, what that means. It's invaluable. You can't even put a value on how much it means, and just to have that in my world. I had an amazing guy like Trevor Moawad too before. Obviously having a guy like Tim who's been that amazing role. Just God has put me around some of the world's best in terms of how to think and how to prepare. And, I think matching that with my focus and preparation, that's what makes it special.
Okay, thank you, Russ.
Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you guys. All right, go Broncos. Let's ride.